Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I am a South African woman, and I've come here because I have my own confession that I want to share with you. And my confession, it goes on like this. Like me and my husband, currently the status is that we are currently drowning in debt, and we really do not know how we are going to get out of this mess. As for me and my husband, the money that we are owing to the bank, it is close to 2.8 mil. That is the money that we are owing to the bank and other creditors, like credit cards, as well as other personal loans that we took. So what happened was that it was in the year 2023, me and my husband, we wanted to start our own business. And we thought that this business, it was going to succeed. Everyone who does whatever that they want to do, they do it with the hopes that maybe everything is going to work out eventually, but that was not the case. I wish that we had done something with that money. I even told my husband that how about we just find a house to buy in the location, and then we will put some tenants there. Then for us to say that we are going all in this business. But my husband was like, if we buy a house maybe for 200K right now, then we put about only 10 bedrooms. When are we going to recover the money that we would have put into that house as the business? So my husband, he wanted something that was going to bring money to him as quickly as possible, because he wanted to venture out in other businesses, and he wanted to be like a tenderpreneur, like his other buddies that were involved in tenders. But they said that he was unable to get a tender because he had no profile. You were supposed to have a profile first, and you'll be able to bid for a tender. Otherwise, if you just win a tender, then it is going to put you into some hot mess. So you need to build a profile first, and then you go and you apply for a tender. So there was money that was needed, a lot of it. We sold our vehicle. After we had sold our vehicle, we then borrowed money, and we kept on borrowing the money, thinking that things were going to be okay. So me and my husband, the business now that we were all involved in, it was the business of, those mobile kitchens. That was what we had. So eventually, if we were going to win a tender, this was going to be a tender where we would be supplying some food in the schools, government schools, and wherever the government wanted us to go and deliver the food. But you needed to run the business first. So that was what we did. Me and my husband, we were running this business, but we were not making a profit at all. And usually when you are running a business, you think that maybe if I keep on running this business, then it means that I am going to make so much more money, more than that I am making. So my husband and I, even though we were seeing that we were running at a loss, but we did not even want to give up on this dream, no matter how bad the dream was becoming. We were owing more than we could afford to pay back. So in time, me and my husband, we started to fight over unnecessary issues. And my husband, he says that I am the one that pressurized him to go and do these rituals, because he has already done a couple of rituals. He has done a couple of rituals on his own without consulting me, but he wants me to go now with him so that we can do the rituals together. So after we started fighting, like this was an everyday thing now that we were doing, me and my husband, we would fight at all the times. And then my husband, he said that he went to a Zim traditional healer. He was directed by one friend who took him to a Zim traditional healer. When he went there, he was then given some charms. He was given an egg which he was supposed to bury. He buried this egg in front of our house, and I started to see this weird black cat that I started to see at all the times. This cat, it will just look at me and it will disappear whenever I would return back from work, because I usually return back from work around 5 to 5:30. And when I would be busy parking the car, then I would see the cat. It will be just standing sometimes on the wall, just looking at me. I spoke with my husband about this before I had realized that my husband, he was now a ritualist, and at night the cat will come to me and it will start to sleep with me. When I finally said to my husband, I think that I need to go for a cleansing. I think that maybe there is someone that is using me. There is someone that is sleeping with me and I don't like it. Someone is sleeping with me at night when I am fast asleep. My husband then said, no, you cannot go to a sangoma. Wait. And I said, wait for what? Because I am being abused at night by someone using their charms. I don't want someone to use their charms on me. My husband then said, no, let us wait. He was waiting for his Zimbabwean friend to return back to South Africa. So when that man returned back to South Africa, that was when he said, okay, let us go to Mamelodi. That is where we are going to find help. You say that you want to go to a traditional healer. Let us go to Mamelodi. We then went to Mamelodi, Brother Nashi, where we met up with the traditional healer. And then this traditional healer, he said to me, I was sleeping with my husband's cat, and my husband, he pretended as if he did not even understand what the hell was going on. So my husband, even though he knew that this was what was happening, but yet my husband pretended as if he really did not even know anything about what was going on. So my husband later confessed and he said, my wife, I'm really sorry. I know that I broke your heart. I know that I went and I did all of these rituals alone, but this is the rituals that I did. I'm really sorry, my love. Please, may you find the strength to forgive me. This is what my husband has said. So I am here because I just need advice from your listeners. My husband, he wants us to go to Zim together because without me, he is unable to make the amount that he has been promised that he is going to be making by this healer that is from Zim. And at the same time, me and my husband, we are drowning like really deep in debt, like we are really done, and I really do not know what is it that we are supposed to do. When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. I have been thinking a lot in the past days. I have been asking myself, even if I say I do not want to do rituals, but you can live a life whereby you have your phone on flight mode at all the times. My mom, she has diabetes and she is always rushed to the hospital at all the times. Sometimes when my relatives call me, they will find out that my phone, my husband's phone, will be on flight mode. It will be going to voicemail. We put our phones on flight mode because the banks, they call us like each and every day. Each and every day you get called by the bank, being reminded at all the times that you are supposed to pay. You make arrangements that you will never settle because you know very well that you will never be able to settle the amount. And I am tired. I am stressed out at all the times. But as for my husband, he no longer has the stress like he used to. I have told him, where are you getting this happiness from? He has told me that he is getting this happiness because he knows that if I agree, like now, our destiny is going to be in our own hands. We go there, we make money, we pay the bank the money that we owe, we move on with our life. My husband was even saying that once we return back from Zim, then I am never going to start another business. We are just going to eat our money, my love. So I need advice, especially from Zimbabwean people. Why is it you come to South Africa, yet in your country there are witch doctors that can make you to become so rich? Is there something that I need to know as a South African who is about to leave a country, who is about to go to Zim? I will be so grateful if I can get a response from someone that is from Zim. I am on the verge of leaving South Africa to go and do a ritual in Zim. When you post my story, I will be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Let us try to speak with our sister in the comment section. Then there is another message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. The message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as anonymous? I'm a 22-year-old South African. I work for this other Ghanaian woman. So this woman, she has told me something that is so scary. So I'm like her personal assistant. When I started working for this woman, I had not been working for a very long time. And I then asked her for money because I needed to settle some bills back home because my daughter, she stays with my own mother. So then I asked for money and she gave me some money. She deposited the money into my bank account the first time around. Before it was even month end, I was also begging money from him again. And when she said, what do you want the money for? I told that this money that I wanted, it was for my daughter. And she was like, but I just gave you some money. And I told her that I needed this money because this was what was going to help me so that my mom can be able to get some food because she did not have any food at that time. So this woman was like, hey, the way that you have been begging for money at all the times, maybe you need to find another job that will pay you a little bit better. And I was like, no, I'm grateful that you gave me a job. It is just that I have not been working for a very long time. So this lady right now, she has since told me her own story after I tried to ask for money again from her. And she said to me, do you know how much I had to suffer in order for me to be where I am right now? She told me her story when she came to South Africa, everything that happened to her, the sacrifices that she had to make. She told me that when she came to South Africa, she then started running a crash after she had been divorced from her South African husband. She said that the husband was always accusing her of marrying him just for the sake of the papers, but that was not what she wanted, and they broke up. They had already started a crash together, and she kept on running that crash. But she told me that when she joined this other cult, so this is a cult that is from Nigeria. And if you are a woman, you can join that cult. She joined that cult and she was told that to get rich, she was supposed to use the souls of the children that were attending at her crash. At first, she told me that she did not agree with that. She was really scared to be using the souls of the children that were attending at her crash because it was not like her. But she finally agreed when she saw that her life was not moving according to the way that she thought that her life was going to be like. And she finally settled for that. She just used this other little child, and the parents, they trusted her a lot, and they would allow her to go with the child even to her place. And when she had gone to her place with that girl, then the people from the cult, they came and they used the child in a ritual, and they placed an egg on top of her stomach, on her belly button, and they removed her womb, meaning that this girl, when she is all grown up, she will never be able to do anything in her life. She will never be able to have a child or to have anything. That is the story that she told me. So after she had told me this story, she started to cry, and she was like, I can't even sleep at night because of the things that I did. And I was like, but I thought that money can solve anything. And she was like, no, even if I have all the money in this world, but money does not solve anything at all. I have the money, I have everything that I want, but what I do not have is peace, and I do not have the freedom to do whatever that I want with the money that I have. So this is what this lady has since told me, and she has told me that she wants me to be part of that cult. She was like, if you want real freedom, I am going to try to assist you so that in your life you will never have to suffer again. You will never have to bother your boss ever again about not having money. You will have so much money, so much that you will even employ your own people that will be working for you. So she told me that it is the same process. If I want to be rich, I have to use someone who is young, and already there is one woman in our street who loves me a lot. Her daughter, she loves me. Whenever I have money, when I am returning back from work, I make sure that I always carry something. I always buy something for him, a pie or whatever, that I make sure that I have to carry for her when I am returning back home, so that I can give to him. And this is what this little girl loves a lot about me. I give her money. Even if I want to go somewhere with her, the mom will never complain because she trusts me a lot with her daughter. And I think that if I want to use her in a ritual, I can even take her from the location and go with her to the temple where I was told that their temple is in Senton. I can go out with her pretending as if I'm just going to the mall. I just want her to accompany me. Then I will go with her to Senton where the temple of these people are who are part of the cult. When I go there, then I will use it in the ritual. It is the same ritual. Buy some eggs and they will put one egg on top of her belly button, and that is it. I would have sold off a womb to this cult, then I can enjoy my money. But I'm scared to do something like this because this lady, what she has told me, she has said that you see me driving all of these beautiful cars, but at night sometimes I don't sleep. I cry myself to death when I think about the things that I did to all the little kids that I was taking care of. Their parents trusted me, but I used them in a ritual. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Let us try to speak with him in the comment section. She wants advice. She really does not know what she is supposed to do. Let us try to speak with him in the comment section. Then there is another message that was sent to me. The message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as anonymous? Is this true love, or am I being used by this woman that is from Zim? I have been listening to your confession in particular. These are the confession that I had on TikTok, and then I started to follow your channel. So I have been dating a woman that is from Zim, and it's kind of like scary, and now I'm being suspicious. Have you ever loved someone so much that when that person returns back to her country, you can even follow that woman thinking that you are going to find her with another man? I have done this 3 times ever since I started dating this woman who used to be my maid, by the way. I have divorced my wife, but this was for other reasons. Me and my wife, we met when we were in university. So the problem started in my relationship before we even got married, was that the challenges that we were facing in our relationship were the same challenges that we started to face in our marriage. My wife, she came from a very rich family, and her parents were very controlling. They would tell their son-in-law the way that he was supposed to behave in his own home. They were very controlling, and I finally gave up. But to tell you the truth, I only gave up because I was now dating this Zimbabwean woman. She then left, and she said that she wanted to go and see her kids back home. Like, I felt as if she had stabbed me with a knife to leave me like that. I followed her. She was even surprised, and she was like, you followed me. I thought that I was going to catch her red-handed with another man. I do not think properly even when I am at work. I can even run away from work to just come back and check on my woman to see if she is not with anyone. Is she not using charms on me? Is this love, or it is not love at all? I cannot think properly when she is in her country. I have to go and take her back. Even her relatives, they know that at any time their South African son-in-law will drive to Zim to collect his wife. I am really scared that I am going to lose this woman, and I fear if I lose this woman, I might hurt myself. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. Let us try to assist him in the comment section. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world.